What up, y'all? It's Middleman TV, and today we're going to talk about Floyd Mayweather and just his crazy hating that he tends to do quite often. Definitely was one of my favorite fighters when he was fighting. I just want to let that be known. He had one of the better resumes out there. He was a great fighter, man. But I just think he's a hypocrite because a lot of people know, he fought guys at the right time. He pick and chose his opponents. He was about the money. So they asked him on this podcast, Fight Hub or whatever, Fight Hub, and he basically said that Terrance Bud Crawford should fight David Benavidez at 168. And well, the rumors, first of all, is that David Benavidez is about to move up to 175. He's not waiting on Canelo Alvarez. That's the fight he wanted. He's been the mandatory. He's planning on moving up. So, and David Benavidez is a big dude, man. He's been at 168 his entire career. Once he go up to 175, he might not be able to drop back down like how Canelo was able to drop back down when he moved up to light heavyweight. I even think David Benavidez in the future could even fight at heavyweight. I mean, we'll see if that bridge ever gets there, but he's a big guy, bro. So, thinking about it, for Floyd Mayweather to call Terrance Crawford to fight David Benavidez because they both want Canelo is just utterly ridiculous, man. It's a crazy statement. Obviously David Benavidez would probably beat Terrance Crawford. He's just too big, and the fight doesn't even make sense. I don't hear it. There's no boxing fans that want the fight. I haven't heard anybody calling for that fight. Yeah, we want Benavidez Crawford. It's a fantasy fight. It's not a real fight. You know what I mean? Floyd also said earlier in the week that, he would be cool with Jaron Ennis fighting Terrance Bud Crawford. Now, this is a much more realistic fight. These two are in the same weight class. I wouldn't mind seeing this fight. Actually, I want to see this fight. I know Jaron Ennis him and Terrance Crawford are the best welterweights in the world, and there's no question about it, in my opinion. It's hands down. But at the same time, Terrance Crawford worked really hard to get to the position that he got to. He wasn't always a ticket seller. He wasn't always the face. It took him a long time when he was with Top Rank, they didn't promote him the greatest. It took him a long time to get to where he got. And, now that he's there, he doesn't want to go backwards. And I don't blame him because no fighter goes backwards. Floyd Mayweather didn't go backwards. Like I said, Floyd Mayweather always fought guys at the right time. So why would Terrance Crawford fight the hardest young opponent in his weight class, and Jaron Boots Ennis, who wouldn't generate too much money because it just wouldn't generate that much money. It just wouldn't make sense for Terrance Crawford. There were a lot of guys that Floyd never gave a chance that were young in their prime in his weight class, like Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Demetrius Andre. There was a lot of guys that Floyd, could have gave a chance at an early stage. Not Canelo, because Canelo was handpicked and he knew he was going to win that fight. But there were other guys he could have fought, and he decided not to. So, nonetheless, Floyd Mayweather is one of the biggest hypocrites in boxing. Jaron Ennis versus Terrance Crawford would be a good fight, but it just doesn't make sense for Terrance Crawford to backtrack. So, I just wish Floyd Mayweather would stop hating. He's got a thing for hating on fighters that, you know what I'm saying, that are trying to achieve more than him in boxing. People always tell me, man, Floyd Mayweather not no hater. You crazy, man. He want to see fighters succeed. Yeah, he want to see fighters win. Hence, Gervonta Davis, undefeated, making a lot of money. He's happy about that. He wants that to happen. But if you notice, Gervonta Davis not chasing belts. He's not chasing legacy. Gervonta's never going to be talked about more than Floyd Mayweather when it's all said and done. But I'm not going to lie to y'all. Guys like Terrance Crawford and guys like Devin Haney are not only checking the bag, but they're also cementing their legacy. Crawford's a two-time undisputed champion. Floyd Mayweather ain't never do that. So, he's salty about that. He's definitely really salty about that. And he just doesn't want Terrance Crawford to either retire undefeated. Because if Crawford retires undefeated, what the topic of discussion going to be. It's going to be who had a better career, Floyd or Crawford. And Floyd going to hate that comparison. He going to hate it. He wanted it to be a landslide. He want Crawford to lose. So, it's underlying hate because he'll never, he be taking pictures with Crawford, making it seem like they brothers. So it's definitely underlying hate going on with Floyd Mayweather. He also hates on Devin Haney. You know, Devin Haney's achieving greatness. Kind of, you know, him and his dad doing their own thing, and Floyd gave Ryan them videos for the sparring. It's just a lot of stuff going on, man, and it just, Floyd got to stop being a hater. Like, got to let that hate go at the end of the day, because he been retired for what, 5-6 years? I mean, at least. So I mean, it's time to let it go, man. It's, you know, and you got to also remember, Floyd Mayweather, his final 2 fights of his career were 2 of the easiest fights he ever. Like, he fought Andre Berto, and then he fought Conor McGregor, an MMA fighter. He started the MMA trend. So, not hating on Floyd, but just got to keep it being Floyd. If you wouldn't do it, why should they? And Floyd is giving bad advice to some of the good fighters out there like Haney and Crawford, and just terrible suggestions that he's throwing out there to the boxing world. But I hope that, you know, it's up to us boxing fans like me and other channels to make sure that we call out bullshit when we hear it. And Floyd Mayweather talking about David Benavidez versus Terrance Crawford is bullshit. Period, point blank.